Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Steam Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we've got more Sonic Frontiers, Final Horizons, and more specifically, I believe this is the last tower that needs to be climbed.
Oh, wow.
I think. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I think you're right, if I remember correctly.
I thought I mentioned 4 towers, and this would be number 4, so...
Okay. Wow. And then comes the boss rush.
Yeah.
We probably said at the end of the last episode, oh, one left. And now we're like, I think it's the last one. Yeah. Our shorts have been doing well lately, so I'm happy.
Oh, this is a heck of a thing.
And we just had let me look up what we're at, but I released a short yesterday. Okay, I thought it was, never mind. It was tracking to be a really like viral short, but I guess it was just kind of short term because it just dropped off. But 280 views, that's good. And the title is just Paul emphasizes the divine origin of the gospel. So it was like, I did not expect anything from that, but hey, 280,
Yeah.
That's pretty good actually. That is much better than I thought. And also, by the way, we didn't even talk about this. We're at 209 subscribers, so we're over 200 now. I don't think we ever even mentioned that.
Yeah. And we definitely haven't done much of anything related to reaching any of those benchmarks. Apologies on that.
I think, like, both for you and me, it's been a very, like, busy era of our lives, and so we're just trying to, like, stay on top of recording and shorts. That's pretty much our goal right now, to keep the content, steady. But
Okay, wow. This
yeah,
tower
maybe
is...
Maybe we'll do a big celebration stream or something with the Sunbros guys, which also we haven't done anything for that in a while, and nobody knows what I'm talking about because we haven't even talked about Sunbros. So anyway.
Okay, well...
Yeah, this looks way harder.
It's just, there's, like, nothing there at certain sections, and, like, you have to pretty much perfectly time the release from one of the kind of vertical loops.
Okay, yeah. But last note on the subscribers, if you are listening to this, thank you. We appreciate you. And yeah, hopefully you'll stick with us on this journey. So yeah, just thank you.
Yeah. It's, I know I maybe probably shouldn't, but I've been sort of comparing, the growth of this channel a little bit to the growth of my own individual one in my head.
Oh, that's fine.
And, like, basically, this channel seems to be growing about twice as quickly as
really?
did.
Oh wow, for some reason I thought
Well, I mean, okay, so relative to how long this channel has been active compared to how long my individual channel has been active, and, like, really putting in the effort towards that, I guess, on mine. Yeah, it seems like the growth on here, like, hits certain benchmarks about a year earlier than on my individual channel. So that's where I'm getting that from.
I wonder also though how much like on your channel your subscribers stick around and actually watch the longer videos more versus like ours. You know, someone watches a short, they go tee hee ha ha and hit the subscribe button and then never come back. I don't know. I actually don't know, but I guess we could look into the analytics and find out, but I'm not going to do that while we're in an episode. That's interesting though. I didn't know that. But yeah, what have you been up to, Matt? How's work going? Your new job?
Yeah, work is going all right, I guess. It's they've been, you know, slowly adding responsibilities for me. Ah, dang it!
That is.
I don't know if I was supposed to hit spring, but.
Whoa! Why'd you disappear? What the heck?
Oh, okay. Doing another one of those Starfall things. I thought I deactivated that.
I thought you did too. I was gonna say that's exactly what's happening at my job right now too. It's like
I mean,
every week.
All of this so far was kind of expected going in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it like because you're kind of getting more experience and learning how things work, then they kind of increase like what you're doing? Is that kind of what it is?
It's well, so I essentially have the position that a particular other person had before me in this company, and like by the time he left, he was already doing all the things that they just now have me doing as of this week.
Okay. So it was kind of a known job responsibility list, and you're just kind of
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my job's a little more loosey-goosey with the job requirements.
That particular going from that one loop to the other is just brutal.
Yeah, it seems hard.
Anyway, continue.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, I have a certain skill set, and even that's not like, it's not always like, okay, you know, Jordan, you're just gonna work on these types of projects. But it's like, no, hey, we need somebody to learn this and do this. Who wants to volunteer? It's like, okay,
and
well,
nobody does. They just sort of pick you.
I usually volunteer just because. Well, okay, one thing is I like to learn new things, but also it's just like, you know, I don't know. I like to learn new things. I like to work on new stuff, and it probably looks good if I volunteer. So it's like, you know, win-win-win situation. But yeah, that's how I
get a little. I don't know if suspicious is quite the right word. I get a little wary of like, okay, I've been volunteering to do all this extra stuff, and am I really being compensated properly for it?
Yeah. I guess I basically am hoping that I should say this. I trust the company that I work for enough to, and I trust my boss enough to be, you know, to notice these things. And I talk to him, and I'm like, hey, I've been doing this and this and this, you know, and I think I deserve kind of more compensation for that. And like, I've been taking on these responsibilities. How did you not get back on that rail? That was weird.
I don't think it'll let you get onto it from the inside, for one.
I mean, yeah, I totally, like, I get what you're saying.
I'm just there are enough sort of, for lack of a better term, corporate horror stories of people just giving, and like not really getting anything back for it.
Yeah, and it also like it depends on the job market a little bit, and the job market is a little bit tougher right now. But back when there was not many engineers looking for work, it would be like companies were scared they would lose people. So it was like if you had a good skill set and a good like job history, basically, they were afraid they would lose you. So they were like really making sure their people were taken care of. And we're on the tail end of that kind of. So I don't know, you might hear more corporate horror stories soon, because now the job market is becoming more saturated with people looking for work instead of companies looking for workers. So I don't know. I mean, I feel right now that the company I work for is appropriately compensating me for my work, and I feel like I should be volunteering for this stuff. But yeah, I mean, if I didn't feel that way,
yeah,
I'd start looking around and start, you know, that's how you get like negotiating. Is the last company I worked for, I started interviewing for different companies, and like once you get another job offer, you can say, hey, I have this job offer and I'm gonna take it unless you improve my salary. And by the way, I recommend other people do this too. You can just in your free time apply for and interview for other jobs and use it as a negotiating tactic. But I will say, you have to actually be ready to follow through with that. You can't just, you know, do that over and over again. Empty promises, you know, oh, I'm going to leave, and then never actually leave. But, and why wouldn't you? Because if you have a better job offer with better pay, why wouldn't you be willing to leave? So, I don't know. I went through a really, like, tough career time at my last job where I was not being paid enough. I was doing Uber Eats on the side as a software engineer. I mean, like, that sucks. And I was applying for and interviewing for other jobs all at the same time because I was just like, I hate this. I don't want to be working two jobs and not getting paid enough for what I'm doing. So eventually, once I did get that like offer with more money, I was almost like, I'm not even going to negotiate. Like, I'm just going to take it and leave. But I did give them an opportunity to do a counter offer, and the counter offer wasn't really that great. So yeah, I just left for my current job, which I'm happy at. Anyway, I don't know how I got on this long tangent. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to go into the verse of the day, but now you're almost at the top.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, but...
Okay.
I mean, maybe. No. See? Something like that could happen.
Okay. Yeah.
This camera angle is not helping things.
Yeah. Oh, so do you have to get them in like a certain amount of time?
No, I just had to get all 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Oh, jeez.
What the... I pressed the button to do a side loop, which was the thing that I needed to do there, and now it's...
No.
Oh, great. I ended up right before my least favorite part.
Sorry. Okay, well, since today is Good Friday, or at least the day that this is coming out on, we decided we'd check out a passage, you know, a fun passage from Matthew 27. I'm kidding. This is since it's Good Friday, we are going to talk about the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And it's this whole thing, I mean, it was extremely brutal. I've seen The Passion of the Christ. If you have not.
Oh yeah, that's an especially brutal
yeah,
rendering of it. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but
yeah, that's true. I mean, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I remember my dad saying, like, that was just too much. That was not, like, that's not realistic.
But at the same time, it probably was very realistic.
Yeah, that was brutal. So yeah. Anyway, let's just let's. I'm gonna read this passage. It's Matthew 27, 43. Wow, can't speak. 45 through 54. From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came over the land. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of those standing there heard this, they said, "He's calling Elijah." Immediately, one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine, vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, "Now leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him." And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook, the rocks split, and the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. When the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, "Surely he was the Son of God." To be honest, this is going to be weird to say. I think that's the first time I've ever read that passage out loud. Like, I've always read it, silently or had someone else read it to me. I don't think I've ever actually read that out loud. Which is why I struggled with the Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's not exactly English for one.
Yeah. So Eli is my God. It's interesting. It's always interesting to me in that part when they're putting so much emphasis on Elijah, like I don't know. I guess he's calling out to God, but they keep bringing up Elijah. Like, let's see if Elijah will save him. Oh, he's calling to Elijah.
Well, it sounds like part of Elijah's name, but Elijah was named like that because of his name making a reference to God.
Okay.
Usually, in fact, pretty much any biblical name that has L in it, that's a stand-in for God within the meaning of that name.
So that's Hebrew, it's not Greek?
Correct. Jesus would not have spoken Greek. Like, maybe Aramaic, but...
Right, okay, yeah.
Definitely not Greek. It was just... a lot of the early New Testament manuscripts were written in Greek.
I see. Okay, sometimes I get confused about the languages used back then. But yeah, so... I mean, but what I was trying to say, I guess, is it's interesting to me, like, what level the Jewish people saw Elijah as. Because there were more than one prophet, but yet Elijah kind of gets raised above the rest, and Moses, but I understand why Moses would be seen to them above any of the other prophets. Yeah, I don't know. And about the rest of that, I mean,
Okay.
thank you, Jesus, for dying for our sins.
Yeah, pardon my frustration with the game in the midst of that.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Also, I did not it just reminded me when it said, at that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two, top to bottom. The earth shook, the rocks split, and the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. That was like, they came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection, went into the holy city, and appeared to many people. That's an interesting thing that kind of maybe gets skipped over. I mean, obviously, since this is like the moment Jesus dies for us, but what the heck does that mean? Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry,
I don't
I'm
know what to
focusing
say.
here. And
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know. I don't want to speak
about.
where it says many holy people were raised from the dead and entered the holy city. I'm not gonna. I guess I won't just make guesses. I'm not sure about that too much.
Yeah, I can't say I'm super confident either.
Well, hey, if you know what that means exactly or anything about that, let us know in the comments below. I feel like I know a lot about the Bible, but this was one that I'm just not. I feel like I'm not informed enough to talk about. Because it's it could be. I have a question that maybe you'll have an answer to. If you died before Jesus's death and resurrection, was it basically Jewish rules, or or is it that God is outside of time, and so there's different rules? I don't know. I've always wondered kind of about that, and so maybe this is Jesus died and was resurrected, and so now all of these holy people are basically saved as well. That kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but
come on, I was right there.
That looks so hard. That looks really hard.
And it's I don't even. Actually, supposedly, if you just parry midair, it should,
you should
actually
do that,
kind of be able to help you with the, effect of seeing what pops in.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, sorry. What were we? Right. If you died before Jesus was on Earth.
Yeah.
So I think I want to say there's something in Hebrews maybe that speaks to this in a way, but essentially, according to Paul, it, it says things about Abraham's, faith being counted to him as righteousness, and so essentially, it was the main thing was faith in God still, not specifically Jesus for Old Testament folks, but still faith in God.
Okay, got it. Hold on, I think
Which, as we've discussed before, would have led to a desire to obey the laws, and
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I think I might have a passage up.
unless people say that for next time. But
Yeah, we could save that for next
so I'm not
time.
going to mess up your plan.
No, actually, that's an interesting little cliffhanger. Let's leave it at that. One thing I was gonna actually talk about. Just give me 1 second. So I've been kind of looking at different translations, and here's something interesting. My wife showed this actually to me.
Come on! Why didn't you do the freaking side loop there? I even hit it multiple times. Okay, at least I'm on here now.
So some Bible translations are missing verses, including NIV, which we use, is, I guess, kind of missing verses, although I would say it's based on the source that it's coming from. And so, like, King James and New King James is based on like one set of manuscripts, and then NIV or ESV like was, I guess, looking at older manuscripts, and like King James is an older translation, but I guess it didn't use the oldest manuscript or something.
Yeah, because there have been, like, I guess archaeological finds.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
You know, revealed other older scrolls. Doggone it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna bring up. I was gonna talk about this a little bit in the next one, but I like your idea better of talking about that Hebrews thing. So here's a verse that is missing from NIV. New King James. This is why I was saying just 1 second because I had to look it up. Okay, so here's New King James. This is Matthew 17, verse 20 and 21. So it says, "So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith of a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you." And then verse 21 says, "However, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting." And that is a quote from Jesus. Now, if you go to NIV, there is no verse 21. It just skips over it. So, yeah, I mean, it says he replied, "Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to a mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." And that's it.
Yeah.
So it's weird that that last part of the quote is just left out. Oh, you made it! Oh, I totally missed that part.
Finally.
Nice job.
Only took me 28 minutes.
Guess there's a surprise fourth Titan after all. In the vision I saw, you lost to the enemy when you sealed it in your Titan. How are you here?
It's not important. Why not? Alright. I'm not going to necessarily put too many attempts into this trial here.
Yeah.
If it winds up taking Crane's trial, okay. What enemies am I fighting? Oh, I'm fighting a ninja. Ow. Jeez, it's fast.
Dang. Wow. It gives you 10 minutes? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, which is crazy, because I wouldn't think you would need that long. Either you'd lose to it by then, or
Yeah.
defeat it. Like that.
Is that it?
You literally just need to parry and counter, I guess.
Are you what?
Somehow the last two trials are easier than the first two.
But how would you need 10 minutes
I
for
guess
that?
that's to compensate for the extra tower difficulty.
That was
Jeez.
insane. That's hilarious.
Jude, da Gruden Garfa le Grud. Brenzaik Sunday. Du I funk le Juanch Pure. Le Darwis. Da Zaik le Varsh de Garki. Gwen da in Dangshu.
Is that what we've been doing with these towers?
What's that? You gotta...
Have we been essentially freeing these people from their titans?
Oh, I
I
guess?
Or, I say people, beings?
Being.
Oh, hello, Sage.
It worked. I feel like my old
Nice.
self
He's
again.
back to full strength.
Excellent. Now we must go to the one who can forge that energy into a new power.
No time to lose.
There was like a kind of titan growling sort of sound there when it
Oh,
shook a little
okay.
bit, and they went like, eh.
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, are we gonna go back to the other three now?
Yes!
That thing in the sky. It's corrupting everything on the island.
Even
Even the
Coco.
Coco.
No.
Won't stand for it.
Will you sit for it?
Guys, focus. Knuckles needs to weaken that thing's hold on the emeralds, and Tails needs to break them free. I'll handle the Coco. I have a feeling they'll be crucial to the plan.
Not sure how, but I have a feeling.
She's like, I'll handle the Coco.
Not harm this world.
No, Amy, stop!
Allow it.
Pulls a freaking Anakin.
Yeah. Maybe Amy's corrupted.
Alrighty.
Awesome. Sonic will be playable later.
Oh, I literally need to gather one more Coco with Amy, but I think we spent enough time on this episode.
Yeah,
Three little ones. I've got you.
that's funny.
Can I actually count them right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it literally counts 19 right there.
Wow. Nice.
Okay, well,
Sounds
thanks for
good.
watching, everybody. Hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed.
Happy Good Friday.
Yes. Oh, I got another Coco right there. Still gotta go find the Elder Coco, though. Anyway, yeah, and we'll see you on just the other side of Easter Sunday
Yes.
to talk to you a bit about that and, you know,
That,
what happened and why it matters.
yeah, that small, small little part in the New Testament. I'm kidding. Okay, yeah, we'll see you on Monday and
Okay.
talk about the resurrection. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
bye,
spoilers.
everybody.
Sorry, yes, bye.